want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got.
Now my mind is blown. No surprise, guess I should have known. Oh, my mind, now my mind is blown. No surprise, guess I should have known. You got control of me, break my barricades. Walls are crumbling, crowds they shake. You got control of me, break my barricades. Walls are crumbling, crowds they shake.
Hello, my legends. We're back at it again with another luxury updates. Now, this one's a little special because we're not doing an actual luxury updates how I did last time, where we go through the several forms of content that I've collected over the past couple weeks. And I know it's been a couple weeks since I did my last luxury updates, and it's also not a Sunday. But this is a very special one. And I was trying to also do this for videos like for TNP3 and for Matty B43's My City and his video Halo. I was trying to do these sort of like premiere live streams where I would talk about, the production and or the story behind it, the entirety of what the video is about. Now, this one is very special because it is Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson is the prelude video for the Matrix soundtrack. Don't get that confused. It's not a movie, as much as I would love to turn it into a modern version of the movie. That would be so awesome. Now, Mr. Anderson, if you've never seen The Matrix, Mr. Anderson is Neo Anderson, who is the main character. Understand this. Main character. So, in this soundtrack that I have created, in fact, it has taken me 2 years to actually formulate this entire album. It is the most immaculate and incredible thing I've ever made personally. And I thought I would talk about the video and the soundtrack itself, because that's going to release this year. Aiming to have it distributed and completely released across all platforms by the 27th of this month. So quite literally one of the last days of the year. It was my aim, and I had a lot of stuff that I had to do this year. And I did do a lot of stuff this year. So as I'm on a press for time, I came up with this idea for this video. It's actually rather short. It's only 2 minutes. And it's just supposed to be a prelude to the soundtrack in and of itself. It does not highlight any tracks on it. It does not even remotely have... aside from its entirety, it has no relation to the soundtrack. It's just like a preview video. And so basically, I'm going to talk briefly on the soundtrack itself. And I have this written down because I started developing this description for the actual soundtrack sometime like a week and a half ago, and there was absolutely no way I was going to remember everything. So I started jotting it down, and I have it in the description for the actual video. So when it releases in the next 15 minutes, you can, obviously you can watch this video back or just look at the description of the actual Mr. Anderson video. But yeah, this Matrix thing, this entire Matrix soundtrack, this entirety is just so incredible. It's beyond my comprehension of how I even made this. Because I remember it was like 2 years ago, and I made the original track called The Matrix. And I remember telling Plato, I showed him, and he was like, dude, this is crazy. And I was like, and it was only half of it. It was the first half of that track, because it has a transition into a second half, which I only recorded probably like 3 weeks ago. I finally finished that track. And I remember telling him way back then, I was like, I'm going to make this incredible album. It's going to be called The Matrix. And this is the Matrix track on The Matrix. And I showed him the first half. He was like, dude, this is crazy. We got to do this. We got to make this album. It's going to be the most renowned album in the entire world. Because it's supposed to highlight exactly what's going on in the world. The entire systemization of reality that we live in. And as time progressed and the more I started making these songs, they just started coming to me out of the blue. And the more I just kept working on it, I realized it's more than just the most renowned album in the entire world right now. It's so articulately created. It's so precise in every aspect. It's just incredible. And I don't like to use that word anymore because incredible technically defines that you can't credit someone for its creation, but I am the one you credit for its creation. Aside from all the features that are on it, those people are amazing. There we go. We're going to use that. They are amazing people as myself, and just I appreciate every single person who is on the album. Every single person. Even if I don't talk to you anymore, I appreciate every single person that's on the album. And yeah, so as far as the description of the album goes, it's going to prelude the renowned soundtrack known as The Matrix. And The Matrix, the album, not the movie, is written in a story format similar to the Bible, as in it has a beginning and it has an end. Even though the Bible doesn't, I mean, the Bible does have an end, which is sort of like Revelations, right? Ah, okay. I just have to confirm. You can't hear it because I have it turned off, but my computer has an issue where it's like detecting an input, like a USB input, and it goes, and then it's like detecting that it's being taken out. So it's like I'm putting a USB in and taking it out over and over and over and over again, and it goes, and I have to confirm that you guys could actually hear that if I had the audio being, played through. So that's something to keep in a mental note for the future. But anyway, it's written in a story format, sort of like the Bible, and I actually do take parts that are in the Bible, like Jethro's story, and the crucifixion and Revelation in and of itself, obviously. And I actually have a Genesis song in there. It's the first song on the album, called "In the Beginning," which was just incredible how I made that. I remember after making it and listening to it back, I was like, holy crap. That at that point I realized this is something that I have never done before. This entire album is just something no one would have ever expected of me, let alone actually doing as much that I have. There's 28 tracks on the album, and it's just the most immaculate thing I've ever made. And it is sort of based, it's not based, but it actually ironically has numerology in it. Specifically, now get that, there is specific numerology inside the entire album. Aside from it being in a Bible story format, it also references events before and after. Well, there's like hypothetical thereafter, but in a modern thriller, so like in our current aspect of reality, and it quintessentially defines the world as perceived today, and it's just so incredible, man. I can't wait to show you guys, and I am on it. Such a time crunch to get that shit done. Here's another thing. It's aligned, if you've ever taken a look at the chart of frequency, going all the way from, I believe it is shame, up to what is defined as enlightenment, and even beyond that called authenticity. And which is why I didn't even decide to characterize authenticity as the highest form of the frequency chart, because the entirety of it, through the beginning all the way to the end, is authentically me, and it's authentically created with everyone that I created it with. And so enlightenment technically is the highest form of frequency on it. Now, it doesn't actually portray tonnage, or I would say the music isn't aligned within the frequency. I mean, you can kind of get the gist of it, but to keep it, an album and not just noise, sounds, frequency, then I had to not actually follow along with the chart, but it does ascend in that sort of way. Now, relative to the movie, now we get into the story part. Relative to the movie, enslaved to powers unknown to the complacent and ignorant, the album reflects the nobility, intrepidity, and valor of Neo, Mr. Anderson, defining an anomaly within the flawed system. Zion's hero and the mediator of war between man and machine. Now get this. There is reference to AI in there as well. It is just so incredible, man. And it's like, how do I even put this, man? It's like it's like Genesis, and then the stages of man through life, and then ascending up to war against man and machine, and the Zionist, not Zionist, I mean, yeah, Zionist, but the Tsar, what's that term I've seen recently? The powers of evil. We'll call it the powers of evil. And then going all the way to Revelation, which is like the end of the world, right? And then ascending even beyond that into a definable pathway to heaven and eternity. And it is just so incredible, man. I'm in awe when I listen to it, even though it's not done. It is just so incredible. And, well, that like sums up The Matrix, the soundtrack, and I can't wait to show you guys. You know, I'm on a press for time to get it done. Don't know if it's even going to come out on the 27th because my distribution has been not fucking me, but they've been trying to fuck me. And so I have all the legality of the entirety, and it should go smoothly. Now I'm just praying to God that it does, because, you know, I made it a mission to get it out in 2024. And granted, the 27th is, you know, one of the last 4 days of the year. So if it doesn't make the 27th, then it's going to have to be 2025. And I don't know, maybe it'll be more relevant. I don't know why it would be more relevant a week after, but I mean, numerology. That's what I care about. I care about making sure the numerology is to a T. So, thanks for tuning in to my luxury updates. It wasn't actually much of a luxury update other than the fact that this video is immaculate. It's awesome, even though it's 2 minutes. And, you know, everything just comes together when it needs to, right? It's kind of weird how everything just comes together coincidentally. And I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. So, I wish there was some sort of a way. Could I do this? Is that a thing? Can I do that? I don't want to transition. Well, I guess I don't really have a way of doing that, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to flip the screen because, as you probably saw, the ending screen was at the beginning, and I don't know why. It's probably because it duplicated the scene, but I'm going to flip back to the quote-unquote ending screen, which is going to be the beginner screen, and turn it into an ending screen. So the video comes out in 3 minutes. You can catch it on Clout Production's page on YouTube. I'm also uploading it to Rumble. It would be automatically uploaded to Rumble if it didn't. I won't get into it. But thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. And get ready for the Matrix, baby. It's going to be incredible.
Ignite the light and let it shine just on the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a
what you got when the motherfucking beat drops.
I never had to say goodbye. You must have known I wouldn't stay. While you were talking about our life, you killed the beauty of today. Life is now or never, forever never comes around. People love and let go. Life is now or never, forever's gonna slowly